I don't think any of us got into the field of devil studies thinking it would be immediately relevant. Uh,
Here we are.
it's a really lazy way of just dealing with difference, dealing with anything which is different, just demonize it. And that's an adequate explanation for many people.
If you bought into that, what a world to inhabit, right? Like what a world to inhabit where you just accrue just everything that's outside your experience is potentially demonic origin.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've always found it useful to think of the devil as sort of a palimpsest, right? A series of layered beliefs that are mobilized and used in different ways across time and space.
If you can externalize your guilt, your lust, then it's not your sin, right? Yeah, I fancy the cute woman down the road or whatever. That's not my fault anymore. I can externalize it and make it demonic.
I think it's why apocalyptic rhetoric and fear-mongering writ large is so profoundly powerful. Because if you tell people that the devil is after you and the devil's enemies are all around you, then you're conditioning people to look for that in their lived experiences. And it becomes this self-legitimizing discourse, right?
Seeing may be believing, but believing means that there's an awful lot to see. And it's significant, as Mickey was intimating, that whenever you've got a major witch panic, it's always preceded by somebody coming to town, or usually preceded by somebody coming to town and spending days preaching about the evils of witchcraft. 2 weeks later, guess what happens?
Yeah, I've never heard so much demonic rhetoric in political discourse.
Is demonic rhetoric the ultimate pact with the devil? What I'm trying to say is witch trials and lots of stories, there's accusations against those who may have had to deal with the devil or have a pact with the devil, but this demonizing large groups of our society, it's almost like we have a pact with the devil against the devil.
The devil is such a powerful tool of negative self-definition, right? To define who you are by what you are not, because the flip side of demonization is dehumanization. These are two sides of the same coin.